Hello, hello. Welcome to Random Mayhem. Today is Monday, September 26th, 2022, and I am your hostess. Be random. Before we get too far into this, I want to remind everyone to please share these videos to get them out there. We are supporting small businesses, crafters, and the more people that see these videos can be inspired, can share, all that fun stuff. Like the video. Rumble, it's the plus sign. YouTube, it's the thumbs up. However, I'm thinking the more and more people that are moving to Rumble, I just may not post to YouTube anymore. I'm not going to take the channel down, but nobody goes over there anymore. So I believe starting today, we are going to just focus on Rumble. And by doing so, I don't really have to, watch my words or things like that. Cool. So, one thing I wanted to say really quick before we get too far into this, I wanted to remind people kind of the name Random Mayhem. I know it might sound crazy. I mean, I am crazy. It's just a fact. Who knew? But the random is like, being spontaneous, and if something comes to mind, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. It's kind of going with the flow of what comes up. It can be inspiring, it could be all sorts of things. Just, allow a little bit of randomness in your life. The mayhem, chaos, create havoc, what have you. And why I chose that is because that's exactly what this platform is supposed to do, but not in a bad way. Not at all. What we're trying to do is break out of that matrix and support each other, keep our businesses and our monies and our communities. So the mayhem we're causing is not on us, it's on the big corporations and the big box stores and the big bankers and all that stuff. Mayhem. I just wanted to revisit that so y'all don't think I'm like, you know, abnormally crazy. I mean, some would argue that I might be, but whatever. I embrace it. I don't mind. So, what I wanted to do today is, I've spoke many times, and I love starting here on Truth. Support small American businesses. Now, once again, I have said before, I use this as kind of a platform until, if there ever comes a time people start reaching out from me, or to me, I should say, from other places. This is not limited, my platform is not limited to the States. Every community all across the world um, has small businesses, has crafters. Being a patriot means being a patriot in your own country also. So if you want to get your business out there and get it out in your community and share it in your community, this is going on all over the world. But because I'm here and this is a good launching point for me, and there's some amazing businesses going on in here, this is where I tend to start and focus on for now. Excuse me. Anyway, I highlighted Rebecca a few videos ago. She has some beautiful um, handmade crocheted products, and this is Rebecca's page on Truth to support small businesses. And why I wanted to start here It's not only because she's doing the same thing on this platform that I'm doing on another, was because I wanted to highlight her little brother who was taken off Truth because he's too young. And what he does, he creates art and paints on wood. So they're trying to get his work out there through their sites, and his name is John-Micah. He's 15 years old and very talented. So if you go to Truth and you go to support small American businesses, you will find his work highlighted on here. I did want to give a shout out to him because he is talented. When I scroll through this, his work pops up. I'm going to see if I can find another. Another for young man. Here's another. I mean, he's very talented. So, yeah, definitely look through there and support him. We don't have to be, becoming an entrepreneur has nothing to do with age as far as I'm concerned. So, definitely go to support small American businesses on Truth and look for John-Micah's work. Next, I wanted to go to these girls right here, and like I've said so many times, I've ran across so many amazing businesses on this site, and I did see them back when I had first started scrolling, but there's just so many businesses to highlight. But I knew when I was going through last week that I definitely wanted to highlight them this week. The Sisters and Company, they make gourmet cookies. It is owned and operated by very young patriots. Um, they chose, after graduation, to start their own business as opposed to going to college. And a few videos ago, I spoke about that with the Five Guys restaurant. Same thing. The parents actually gave the boys a choice. It was college or starting your own business, and they chose to start their own business, and look at Five Guys now. Anyway, these girls, um, they they make gourmet cookies, and they do ship them out, and their goal was to make something a little bit different than the average everyday cook. And look at these. I mean, that looks like a baby pie. But it says the cookies are made with soft almond sugar. They're topped with cinnamon spice buttercream and decorated with soft cinnamon fondant. That sounds delicious, but look at how cute they are. They're sugar cookies that look like pies. I mean, look at these are the types of cookies they make, and they do ship them. So, as of right now, they are on Truth, the Sisters and Company on Truth. I do have an email that I will put in the description box below. I can't even speak this morning. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put their email link in there. And again, I don't know how they take their orders and payments and such, but I've stressed so many times, we have to step out of that matrix and find new ways to do things if it comes to, you know, ordering through emails and using other payment methods. And, I always say Cash App because that's what I use. But, uh, there's Venmo, there's a couple other ones that I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but a lot of home businesses and crafters are using them. So look for different apps and things like that to where you can take direct payments. And as I've said before, you're going to have to trust that And I know it's difficult, I know, because we've been raised in a society where, basically trust no one. But when it comes to these things, as I've said so many times, it's no different than, say, ordering a product off Etsy. Yes, the payment goes through Etsy, goes to the actual crafter or owner, and you have to trust that they're going to ship that out. They want business, they're going to uphold their end of the bargain. That's the only way to have good business. And, it's something new that we all have to wrap our minds around. And, well, we don't have to, don't get me wrong, we don't have to. You don't have to do anything, but, if you want some of these products, you're going to have to think outside the box a little bit, just like the people creating these products have to do. So, I will always stress there are different ways to make sales. Uh, whether you're doing it this way, whether you're at a craft booth, whether there's farmers out there selling direct to customer, which again, if there's anyone out there that has gardens or farms that sells directly to customers, please let me know so I can highlight you and get people in your area to find you. That's very important right now. But yes, definitely check out the Sisters and Company, and once again, they will be in the description box below. Now, this is another that I found some weeks back, and what caught my eye was and it is nostalgic, and it's funny that, well, not funny, but that's a word she uses to describe some of the toys she creates. They are nostalgic, but she creates um, toys and home decor and stuff made handcrafted, mind you, from pine wood. And the little toy cars were what originally caught my attention, but these are handcrafted from wood, which means they can last a very long time, not some of this breakable plastic stuff that they try to throw at us at the stores, and you know they're not mass produced, and that's a huge thing. The big corps are all about that dollar. How much garbage can we pump out and sell for top dollar when you can buy something that can stay in your family for a long time. I mean, look at how cute that camera is right there. That's adorable. That's a toy. That's just cute. You really need to check this out. Anyway, the name of the business is Fox and the Pine Fox and the Pine Designs. And this is the website, which I will put in the description box below. But they are also highlighted on Support Small American Businesses on Truth Social. Definitely check this out. And I'm not scrolling through it because, she has it to where obviously you can look at the different products she's highlighting right here. But, definitely read her about page. There's, about her and how she got started, and it can definitely inspire you for sure. Then I'm gonna hop over because I highlighted Harley last week. He does the hand forged knives, and it's just awesome because I spoke about passing on the knowledge of crafting and how to do that. You can even create a small business by doing it, is holding workshops and stuff like that. And first of all, he has really cool stuff, hand forged, but also he sent a nice message to me that I was able to give him some ideas, like as far as holding workshops and things like that to teach his craft and his skill. And that's important. That's how they, did it back like once upon a time when things were made to last and beautiful, and the craftsmanship behind all these things. Those are skills that can be passed on, for generations. And the fact that holding workshops and things like that kind of sparked his interest. It makes me very happy that I was able to throw that out there, because that's what I want to do. I want to help encourage and inspire people, think outside of the box. Excuse me. My brain is so stuck today. If anybody out there, if you're a writer, crafter, creator, whatever, you know that there's like no off switch and you have like millions of ideas running through your mind at the same time and you forget where your mind was originally. That being said, I just wanted to say thank you. And, I'm not going to always be able to go back and highlight, but since I am going back, don't forget a couple videos ago. Also, I highlighted Josh JM's engraving. Um, Definitely check him out. I might repost his information on my next video. I don't have it up and ready today, but again, he's on Support Small American Businesses on Truth Social, where you can find him. Um, Definitely check him out also. But yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to Harlie and, thank you, because you kind of reinforced my decision to create these videos, and it means a lot to me. So I did want to say that. Then, again, Kathy, same thing. She thanked me, but I wanted to highlight because, one thing I didn't think about for a lot of people, it's my Daddy Seasonings. She has handmade spices and things like that. Let me go here. Let me go here. But what she told me in a message was, where's it? Okay. She said she just made pear sauce using the Simply Sweet yellow lid blend. So right here, I don't know if you can see me circling right here. But one thing I didn't think about when I was talking about the seasonings and stuff, if you're looking for like stocking stuffers for adults, or even, you know, older kids that like to cook, like my son, he's 15, he does enjoy cooking. Sometimes. He said it just tastes better when mom makes it. Go figure. But when he does, I mean, he'll watch cooking videos sometimes and want to try things, and I'm always buying new spices that he wants to try at the store and seasonings and things like that. So definitely, um, shout out to Kathy, my Daddy Seasonings. I will have her um, web link in the description box below also. Again, Christmas is coming. We got to get those orders out there for, and that's one thing I didn't say the last time. With small businesses and crafters, we have to really start thinking ahead because, first of all, again, not mass produced, so takes time to have product, but especially the crafters because they need the time and, many situations to do custom orders. So always keep that in mind. If you want the quality, you got to give the time to create that quality, right? Cool. So, just to moving right along because I'm trying not to make these too long because I tend to talk a lot and, because I like to. This is mine, and I like I said, I do graphics more than anything. I do some handmade products, but not quite as much for the moment. I can't do small things anymore because I can't see like jewelry and things because the pieces are too small for me to see. But I do other things. But graphics are my thing because for some reason, even with my eyesight not the best, I can see a computer screen all day long. And for those that do graphics out there, there was a time where it tended to come easy to me, and I thought it was the same way for everyone. And come to find out, it's not. It's like, again, when I talk about not having confidence in your own abilities and stuff, and thinking what you do isn't that special or unique, well, come to find out, not everyone can do everything. It might be easy for you, but maybe not so much for someone else. So, I do tend to do like some graphics and things like that. This is on my randomly inspired spread shop. Spread shop, if you don't know, is like Teesprings and what have you. I prefer spread shop. I have two spread shops. I actually have two spread shops, I should say. But I wanted to highlight this one because this is one of my son's favorite quotes, even though it just so happens, well, it could have a double meaning, and I'll read it to you. You will always miss 100%. You will always miss 100% of the shots you never take. Meaning in life. So if you want to, do something, and it's hard, I've been there, to take that baby step forward. And that's another reason why I'm doing this because I want to encourage people. And again, my email is for communication with you guys. Yes, I have digital products through my email, but if you ever want to bounce ideas off me or contact me or anything like that, that's what my email is set up for. If, any questions or, if there's something that inspired you and thoughts, I love to bounce ideas with people all day long. Well, not all day because, I do have to take time out and, I don't know, cook for my son because he's a bottomless pit, but whatever. That's what I'm here for. Yes, I have to highlight my own products. We're all trying to earn an income. Um, but my email is not just for my digital products. My email is also for communication with you guys. So please utilize it unless I will say if you're trying to be negative or whatever, just move right along. We don't need that. And for the most part, I try to be nice, but I can get triggered and I can get nasty also. So, you know, that's one thing that drives me crazy. If you don't like something, why even why even make a comment? I mean, there's nothing forcing you to look at our content. There's nothing forcing you to, just move along. Go find what you do like. Bye. And let the rest of us do what we do in peace. There's just so many people out there that are just not in the right mindset. It's crazy. But, we're here to help and support each other so they can go on somewhere if they don't like it. Okay. So, yeah, I wanted to highlight that. And also, when I was doing the graphic, it just so happened to turn out looking kind of like pro Second Amendment, which I thought was pretty hilarious. So, it can have a couple meanings right there. But that is on this site, my randomly inspired site. I have lots of things on here. you know, different designs that I do, and, you know, they're randomly inspired. You'll notice I use random a lot. My tag is be random, random mayhem, randomly inspired. It's all about kind of going with what sparks your interest at the time. That's how I come up with my designs and things. Whatever, you know, I can get inspiration from anywhere. It happens. So definitely visit that. That's my randomly inspired at myspreadshop.com. Then I have to highlight my other one, my Fried in the 419. And for those of you who have not heard, fried, I mean, that's my state of mind. I already said I'm crazy. Around here, fried, you know, a lot of people might associate it with food. I do not. I associate it with, uh, you know, my brain short circuiting sometimes, you know, being a little bit crazy and, you know, outside of the box and all that kind of stuff. I don't mind. And the 419 just so happens to be the area where I'm from. And as I've said many times, basically, you know, you get the gray and red because I am in Ohio. Go Bucks. But not everything has the Ohio or the 419. There's a couple designs on there, like, you know, like I said, fried state of mind. It's not about food where I come from, it's that state of mind. I'm crazy. I might not sound too crazy on the videos, but meet me in person. You'll probably see me acting up at a store somewhere. That's what I do. I like to have fun. So then moving on to my digital products, like I've said, my main goal with my personal things, which I do have to highlight. I love everybody, but I do have to highlight my own stuff because I too need to earn a living. If you haven't heard, yes, I lost my job a year ago. I was ineligible for unemployment because, you know, I got fired for not bowing down to the mandates. Which amazingly, I was right, wasn't I? So, you know, yes, I need to earn a living. And also, my goal is to, once I start getting money flow going again, um, what I've said before, in my previous employment, I did a lot of networking and outreach, and I absolutely loved it. That was actually not part of my job description. I worked a lot with the outreach ministry where I was at, and it just so happened that, you know, because of where I was able to, you know, reach out to different organizations in the community, and we were able to do several things throughout the quote pandemic. And of course, I say quote, but we were able to, you know, do so many things and reach so many people, and I enjoyed it so much, and I miss it a lot. So, outreach for me is first of all doing what I'm doing now, supporting small businesses. I am thoroughly enjoying finding you guys. I would like people to reach out to me also through my email if you would like to be highlighted, because right now I'm searching for people to highlight, and I would absolutely love someone to reach out to me and want me to highlight them in videos also. So, randommayhem49@gmail.com. Send me your info or contact me. I would love to highlight you. It would be my pleasure. Anyway, also for a form of outreach, once I get money flow going, as I've said before, excuse me, many times, my son plays sports. We have personally been in the position where I was not able to afford for him to play, and he had to wait because at that time I still had two children at home. My daughter's away at college and stuff now, and I was fortunate enough. My mom did step in for a couple years because he wanted to play so bad, and if it wasn't for her finally getting him going, and it was just all his friends were playing and he wasn't able to play. Anyway, he started with football in grade school. He did the the big three: the football, basketball, baseball. He absolutely fell in love with baseball in fifth grade. So that's his sport that he plays now. That's the sport he has a great passion for. Um, and it is expensive. Baseball is a very expensive sport. The equipment is, whew, I'm not even going to tell you the cost of the gear my son has, and it's like basically the tip of the iceberg what he does have. But that being said, there's registration fees, cleats, and as I talk about, my son, yeah, he's 15, but he's the size of a grown man, and if anybody out there has young teenagers, I don't know what's in the food, but we have some pretty big boys out there. And so, yeah, they're the size of grown men. So, just buying their cleats are expensive anyway. But, wow, that's all I can say about that. But yeah, so once I get income going, I'll keep getting sidetracked. Another form of outreach that I want to do is have money set aside. So if I hear, and I'm not necessarily going to limit it to baseball. That's just where I'm at and what I'm surrounded by right now. But if I hear that somebody, can't play because they can't afford the registration fee, I want to be able to have the funds on hand to be able to pay that for them. If they can't afford cleats, I want to be able to purchase those cleats for them, even if it's not brand new. Because baseball bats, I don't know if y'all have ever bought a baseball bat, but we'll say uh, baseball bats run in the we'll call $400 an average ballpark for a baseball bat. And even if I would have to buy, something used or whatever, I want to have those funds to be able to help some of these kids. Because like right now, I've been blessed. I don't know how I've made it this past year except for the grace of God. I don't know. Because I don't have I don't know. Um, but we have been blessed and we've made it through, and if I can be a blessing to somebody else, I know what it's like to not have the means. And, it's very difficult to ask for help. Sometimes you have to, like, have your ear to the ground and do some crazy anonymous stuff, which is great. I don't, you know, I've had people do that for me. Have no idea where it's coming from, but I want to pay it forward and do the same. So that's why I do focus on my stuff a lot also, because not only is it bringing income into our household, it's going to help me, be a blessing to other people, and that's so important to me. So, like I said before, I said I was going to make a little PDF catalog for some of the stuff I have at home, my digital products. And as you know, I do 4x6 wall groupings, and I have a couple activity books. And coming soon, I will have single digital graphics, and I will have them pre-sized in 4x6 and 5x7 when I do those. They're not quite there yet. I'm debating on what route I want to go as far as what images I want to do for those. I have so many graphics on my computer, I'm probably going to revisit some and start there. But so I said I'd make a little PDF catalog. I've showed you guys my Peace, Love, and Harmony and the cherry blossoms and the blue accents. I've showed the Dream, Believe, and Inspire. Again, these are all pre-size 4x6, and they are groupings. The grouping is $5, and each grouping will have 3 files for them. I have Courage, Strength, and Wisdom. I have another Peace, Love, and Harmony with my little neon leopards in there. Those are so pretty. Another one with the ravens. I'm sure you figured out, I love the Peace, Love, and Harmony. They just, it's been a phrase for years for a reason. On this one, I have the ravens. Ravens are just awesome birds, but the middle says, to the world you might be just one person, but to me you are the world. And it's just like an inspirational grouping right there. This one, I have the doves, and it has a poem, and forgive me, I cannot read small print like that. And I don't have it in front of me. I have one printed somewhere, but it's buried in a stack. And I didn't think to have it out so I could read it, but that is a nice little poem. And, you know, they just make nice wall accents. Then I have my Live, Love, and Have Faith. That looks so pretty matted. And then I have this jazz trio that I went through. And like I said, not all of the graphics are mine, but I go through and run through filters so the color scheme is the same. And I was specifically looking for the old school jazz. I was listening to some jazz music and that came to mind, and I do have those. And this is a sunflower. It's a panoramic, and I have them in the order. That is really pretty. That's cool. Then I have my 2 activity books. I have the, well, this one's the activity book. It has 3 mazes, 2 word searches, 2 coloring pages, and 1 crossword with a crossword answering key. It's very small. It's only $1. But like I said, these are the things I'm trying to use to raise money for the sports outreach. So keep that in mind. Then I have my ABC coloring book. It's basically coloring while learning the alphabet. There's the 26 pages, A through Z, and they're like big pictures. I've showed them in previous videos, but basically just you know, each letter with a picture and a word. Like the first one is A, big picture of an apple with the word apple. It's what we used to use when I was little in kindergarten while we were learning, and little kids love to color, and you know, having a big easy photo like that, you know, they can you know, the hand coordination with coloring, learning the alphabet, words associated with that letter, you know, just something really simple. That's $2. And once again, like I talk about, you know, having these, I ask, you know, and that's where trust comes in also. If you purchase any of my digital products, I have to trust you to not, you know, go ahead and share my links with, you know, everyone and your neighbor. You know, that's a trust thing also, where I was talking about, you know, trusting sending a payment through an app or whatever. You know, we have to trust also. And I chose not to do Etsy because I have all these files on my computer. Why do I need a middleman when I have an email and a Cash App? And at the beginning of this, I have, uh, you know, how to purchase my digital files. You send me, excuse me, an email to randommayhem49@gmail.com. Indicate which files you would like along with the cash tag. Like, I need your cash tag, so like if I see the payment come through on Cash App, I can associate it with your email to know where to send the files. I'll send the files directly to your email. And, my disclaimer, they're digital sales only. All files must be downloaded and printed. And I've said many times, you can frame these, like if you want to frame them or whatever. I personally use black matte frames, and once they're set, I take I keep clear acrylic spray, and I spray that over the top to give them, that nice professional look. We like professional around here. Not always, but I have some other ideas, like small craft ideas for anybody who does want to maybe, isn't a crafter but would like, to basically start a little hobby that can make money. I have a couple ideas that I'm going to touch base in my next video. And again, you guys, I live in Northwest Ohio, so please forgive my coughing and stuffiness. If you don't know, we've been fluctuating between like 80 degrees and 50 degrees around here. Some days it's warm, some days it's rainy, some days it's humid, some days it's not. So please forgive me when, I cough or sound super nasally. It's been going on for like a month because, anybody who lives around these regions know that our weather is bipolar. You don't know whether to have like shorts and boots and a jacket with a tank shirt underneath. You just don't know. Maybe an umbrella. Who knows around here? But that being said, please reach out to me. I would love to hear from anyone who wants to bounce ideas or would like to be highlighted or would have, maybe information on a farmer or somebody that they know that I can reach out to and possibly highlight. Until then, I personally will keep looking. Um, that being said, let me double check really quick. Where am I? Also don't forget, because of what we're doing, everything going on, we have my Truth Warrior, faith over here, faith over fear. Everyone, we have to keep the faith. We can't be afraid. Yeah, things look crazy and stuff out there right now, but anybody who's been in the Patriot and Truther movement, we all know we've been warned. We've been warned what's going on. We've been warned many times that the fear factor and stuff is not necessarily meant for us. I mean, we've been waiting for a long time with the things that are up and coming, things that have happened recently, you know, and there's no reason to fear it. It's going to happen. So just keep the faith, and all we can do is keep moving forward, being supportive in our communities and with each other and what have you. So, definitely these two products are in my randomly inspired spread shop. Go ahead and check them out. Other than that, I think, I'm going to go ahead and end there for today. I've rambled on long enough. I probably at some points made 0 sense, but that's how my mind works sometimes. Can't help it. Um, Nor do I want to, for real. It's just, it goes with the flow. I said I'm crazy. So, again, please Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Like I said, I'm only going to post to Rumble today because, let's face it, nobody's really going to YouTube. If I ever gain traction with the few videos that I do have up on YouTube, I may revisit it. Other than that, I'm going to stick with Rumble. So definitely hit that plus sign. Share the video because, like I've said so many times, I mean, I can do these all day long, but if the word's not getting out there, I mean, we want people to be able to see these. And I'm not, I'm not looking for it and like having a huge following. No, no, it's not about that. Just enough people to know that we're getting this information out there. I mean, it's very important. And, to grow our businesses and gain a foothold and support the communities, everything. Networking, it's all about, that's what it's about. So, yeah, until the next time, love you all and have a great rest of your day. Bye.